Hey everybody, it's Wednesday, February 3rd, 2021. Thank you for joining me. The cost of living continues to outpace what people can afford. The Fed is not going to pull away the punch bowl anytime soon. The only way to stop this rampant price inflation and cost of living increase is if something snaps and breaks, if the markets break, the grid goes down, or radical new changes are implemented or massive new laws are passed to radically change the structure of this financial system. Until then, it's going to be more Americans begging for stimulus checks, more people in debt, more people begging for to rent to be canceled, for begging their banks not to foreclose on their home, more people scrambling to refinance to try to get a lower mortgage rate and a lower house payment, extending that mortgage back out to 30 years. Right? Basically, individuals, just like the lawmakers, are kicking the can down the road, just like the bankers. All right, so let's start with the insanity in the housing market and the housing bubble, which is now way beyond the peak of the previous housing bubble, which left so many people devastated and so many millions of people losing their homes and getting foreclosed. Now, more and more people are starting to ask questions about the bankers' policies and why they continue to keep asset prices inflated, why they continue to support these markets, and why they continue to support the banking, the lending system, right, with unlimited monetary backing. And people are starting to ask the question, should home prices go up forever when so many people are in trouble right now and can't afford their monthly housing payment as is, but yet the prices keep getting higher and higher and higher. So people that are already over leveraged and over in debt, in too much debt, people that are looking to maybe sell their home, maybe they bit off more they can chew and they want to sell their home and maybe downsize. Well, now that home that's smaller is even more expensive than the home they bought just a few years ago. So people trying to downsize to cut back on their expenses are going to have to even get a more expensive home. So people are just staying put. And that's one of the reasons why you're seeing so many homes snapped up with multiple offers on the lower end of the price spectrum, in the lower end of the pricing. Right? Entry-level homes are appreciating the fastest that they've ever appreciated, even compared to the housing bubble 1.0, let's call it, back in the late 2000s. And also because there's such a difficulty for people to downsize because home prices are just so high, even compared to just a few years ago, that's really having an effect on the housing inventory. So you're going to continue to see this inventory shortage, especially when you combine that with the all-time low mortgage rates right now and the easy money policy. Right? Now, when asked about home price appreciation, Jerome Powell said the following: "We think it's a passing phenomenon. There's a one-time thing happening with people who are spending all of their time in their house. And they're thinking either I need a bigger house or I need another house or a different house or a second house in some cases. So there's a one-time shift in demand that we think will get satisfied, also that will call forth supply. And I think that those home price increases are unlikely to be sustained for all of those reasons." End of quote. Now, he indicated there that the price increases are unlikely to be sustained. So it sounds like he's saying that home prices are going to drop after this period where so many people are looking to, move out of the city with the work at home trend. More people to just looking to get out of the city for other reasons too, for safety concerns. All right, also many people forced to relocate because they've lost their job and they have to go find work in some other location. What we touched on earlier, people are looking to downsize and get more affordable housing, but unfortunately prices are going up just in most of the country. There are still some low-priced areas. Right? But one of the problems with Powell's comments is he said it's a one-time shift, or he makes it sound like just a recent event or a passing phenomenon. All right, the thing is, home prices have been going up steadily since we came out of the housing bubble that went down in 2008. So ever since about 2011, when prices started flattening out and then increasing, we've been seeing home price appreciation. And yes, it's gotten even worse over the past year or so. But we're looking at about 10 years now. Home prices have been going up and up and up. But yeah, there's no sign of the Fed taking their foot off of the accelerator, and more people are just going to get probably trapped forever in this debt, on this debt wheel, on this debt spinning wheel that just never seems to end. All right, refinance, lower mortgage rate, refinance again down the road, lower mortgage rate, and it's going to get to the point where no one ever pays off their home. And the people that are paying off their home now, most of them are 50 plus. It's very difficult for someone in their 30s, 40s to pay off their home. It can be done, but unfortunately, a big chunk of the population, most of the population, is not able to do that right now. Now, we spoke a few minutes ago about the refi boom. With the all-time low mortgage rates, more people are having to refinance their homes to continue to meet that monthly mortgage payment. All right, let's take a look at this chart right here. Refinancing, going all the way back to 2012, 9 years ago, are now almost basically double of what they were in 2012. Right, this is an absolute boom in people refinancing and trying to move into a lower payment. Cash out refinancing, that is a sign of financial stress for homeowners. In the polka dotted, or in the not the polka dot, in the striped line right here. Look to the far right. Cash out refis, people pulling equity out of their homes. A very dangerous game, a very dangerous situation to have your home being used as a piggy bank, as an ATM machine. Far right here, the highest since 2012, right? So the highest in 8 years again. Well, technically 9 years now, right? And this will end badly. The Fed, I mean, what other tricks can they pull out of their hat that they haven't pulled out already? What are they going to do to keep this boom going? And when this boom stops, this is going to be even a bigger disaster than the 2008 financial crisis. My guess is going to be 2 or 3 times as bad. Will they be able to come up with enough bailouts? Can they throw enough paper at the system to prevent an absolute crushing disaster? Right? The housing market is destined for a fall. Now, no one knows exactly when this is going to happen. We don't know what other tricks the Fed's going to pull out of their hats, but we do know that it's getting very, very late in the game, and it's going to be more difficult to figure out what else they can do, right? With mortgage rates already so low, records amounts of stimulus and money printing, right? The debt machine continues to get shifted into overdrive. Just when you think there's not another gear higher, they ramp it up even more. The people behind these decisions, what are they thinking? Are they thinking that this is really going to solve the problems? Or are they purposely just driving this thing over the cliff? Right? Because there's not anyone near the money printer that can possibly think that this is going to work, that this is going to fix the problem. It didn't fix it last time. It's not going to fix it this time. 30-year fixed mortgage rate. And these charts are out of wolfstreet.com, by the way. Going back to 2013, so 8 years now, and look where we have gone, people. Look what we've had to do. Look what the lawmakers had to do, the bankers had to do to keep this housing bubble inflating to new all-time highs. Another chart right here, year over year, home price appreciation, and there's different colored lines for each price category. Low to medium, medium to high, and high in the blue. And we see again the highest that we've seen in many, many years, going back 8 years. Right? All right, and I said it before, and I'll have to say it again because I want to remind people, because people are getting discouraged. They think this is never going to end. Nothing goes up in a straight line. You've witnessed all of the shenanigans that they had to pull to keep this market from imploding and to keep prices moving up. And we're in unprecedented levels right now. And the Fed's had to do things that they've never had to do before. All right, this will correct. It's just a matter of time. And more and more, I'm thinking something big is going to happen in 2021. Right, something always jumps out of the darkness to surprise people. Will it be a bank failure? Will it be a domino of banks failing? Will the Fed lose control? Can they lose control? Many people think that the Fed can never lose control because it's unlimited amounts of debt that they can create because it's not tied to any asset. Right, but let me know what you think. I'm thinking 2021 is going to be the turning point for the economy and the housing market as a whole. Something big is going to jump out of the darkness. I don't know what it is. I have a few thoughts and theories, but I don't want to put those out there because it starts to get into some content that we really don't want to get into here on this platform. But you let me know what you think down in the comments. The housing market, situation critical, 10, 20 million people not able to pay their rent, mortgages, but yet prices are not correcting to where people can afford this home. This is not good. It's not going to end up good. Thanks everybody for watching. Stay well, stay safe, stay prepared. Bye for now.